Today, we're talking about connecting the stack, what's new in Avalara partner integrations, and how Avalara is embedding tax compliance across modern API-driven commerce stacks, with a focus on architecture, agents, extensibility, and opportunity. Let's start with, if you remember nothing else, tax compliance is no longer a feature you bolt on. It's infrastructure you embed. We'll discuss architecture, agents, ecosystems, marketplaces, monetization, then closing it off with next steps. In this session, we'll stay technical enough to be useful, but not so technical that anyone starts talking about and yammering on about YAML unprompted. Let's start with why this matters right now. Modern commerce is distributed, and tax has to follow. A single transaction now touches ERP, CRM, e-commerce, payments, and marketplaces, sometimes all in one order-to-cash motion. And here's the painful part. Compliance breaks when tax is bolted on instead of embedded. That's when you get late-stage implementation surprises, escalations during go-live, and the worst kind of bug, the one that only happens in one country, on one product type, and Tuesday. Partners win when tax just works inside the workflow your users already live in. That's why our strategy is API first, integration-led, and increasingly agent-driven. So, what's our integration strategy in one slide? We meet customers where work happens using 3 integration layers: direct APIs, deep, flexible, platform agnostic; pre-built connectors, opinionated data models inside major ERP, commerce, and CRM ecosystems; embedded agents and extensions, in context assistance where users actually struggle, onboarding and exceptions. The goal is simple: reduce friction, increase reliability, and accelerate time to value for partners and mutual customers. Now, what's new across those layers? 4 shifts, framed as before and now. Before, integrations shipped, users struggled. Now, guided onboarding and in-context fixes with Avi. Before, batch assumptions. Now, event-driven readiness and resilient workflows. Before, platform by platform UX. Now, an extension model that can work across multiple apps. Before, procurement friction. Now, marketplace-ready packaging, so buying aligns with how cloud deals close. That's the theme: better architecture, better experience, and better distribution. Let's make it practical. How do partners choose APIs versus connectors versus agents? There are multiple paths, but one platform. Direct APIs. You choose this when you own the UX or need custom orchestration: ISVs, marketplaces, payments. Pre-built connectors. Choose this when you need fast time to value inside a known platform: ERPs, CRMs, and e-commerce. Agents or extensions. Choose this when you need in-workflow guidance and support deflection, onboarding, and exceptions. And the reality? The best partner solutions often combine these. APIs for what's unique, connectors for what's standard, agents for what's messy. All of that only works if the platform underneath is built for modern transaction volume. So, architecture. When we say connecting the stack, this is the foundation: reliable, fewer escalations, performant, no checkout latency tax; extensible, built once, reuse everywhere. The key ideas? Avalara acts like a headless compliance layer, built for peak transaction loads and low latency responses, so integrations don't become brittle as customers scale. Because nothing says premium digital experience like a spinning checkout wheel caused by tax. And 4 automation categories we're seeing matter most. Product classification suggests tax codes for products and services. Data cleanup before tax calls. Address validation, entity and exemption normalization. Exception resolution, explain results, suggest fixes. Compliance operations, anomaly detection, audit-ready reporting. Net impact, fewer setup errors, fewer support tickets, faster time to value, which leads to Avi. Because the best automation is the one that shows up exactly where users get stuck. So, Avi. Avi is the shift from integration to guided experience. Avi is Avalara's embedded compliance agent that lives inside the partner platforms, helps configure integrations, explains tax decisions, and guides onboarding and troubleshooting. The strategy is not add another UI. It's put intelligence inside the workflow your users already trust. Let's make that real with a quick demo, actually 2 60-second moments. Here's the Chrome extension. One extension, multiple platforms. QuickBooks Online, Dynamics 365 Business Central, Shopify, and WooCommerce. I'm going to show you 2 things, each about a minute. Onboarding Assistant. See here, as I move from financial app to financial app, Avi stays there and helpful across my ecosystem tool. Second, exception resolution. When a tax result looks wrong, users don't want a generic error. They want why and what to do next. Avi can explain what it's seeing and suggest the next best action in the moment, in the workflow. For partners, that means faster go-lives and fewer escalations without building a new UI. Now, Avi isn't just a UI trick. It's designed for agentic workflows. You can get Avi in Google's Agent Finder marketplace, enabling Avi as an agent ready in a broader ecosystem. For integration builders, the reasons to include Avi are less tax plumbing, validation and calculation fixes, agent-ready integration service, connect assistance to compliance actions, one entry point, broader workflows, calc to returns to e-invoicing, easier enterprise adoption, available via cloud marketplace. In short, Avi helps partners ship an experience that feels modern, guided, contextual, and scalable. And the reason we lead with an extension model is it's one of the highest leverage moves for partners. Extensions are low lift, high impact. No new UI to build, works alongside existing partner apps, shortens implementation cycles, increases attach and retention. Extensions aren't just nice UX. They're a distribution strategy. Meet users where they work and keep them moving. Now, let's run through what this looks like inside major ecosystems. On Microsoft, Dynamics 365, Outlook, Copilot, the Outlook plugin brings in tax content closer to customer conversations, so tax isn't discovered at the very end of the cycle. And the direction aligns with Copilot Studio, agent-based UX, natural language interaction, guided workflows. Takeaway? Partners building on Microsoft can embed tax intelligence into daily workflows rather than redirecting users to a separate tax experience. At the other end of the spectrum, small to medium businesses scale and speed with QuickBooks Online. With QuickBooks Online, the win condition is simple: get live fast. Avi-assisted onboarding reduces setup friction. The extension supports self-serve customers, and the result is fewer support tickets and faster go-live. If onboarding time drops, attach rates go up because nobody churns during implementation if implementation is short. Now, to ERP depth, NetSuite. In NetSuite, the story is embedded compliance inside the ERP. Avalara Suite app plus Avi supports guided onboarding, configuration, and real-time explanations on transactions. And it aligns with the broader Suite agents direction, agentic workflows embedded in, where finance teams already work. And in Salesforce, we're pushing tax intelligence earlier into revenue workflows. Avi and Salesforce brings tax intelligence into CRM workflows and aligns with Agentforce, task-oriented agents, embedded assistance, and workflow automation. The earlier tax is visible in the sales cycle, the fewer surprises appear in contracting, billing, and go-live. Now, let's talk about where these deals increasingly close: cloud marketplaces. Cloud marketplaces are becoming real GTM channels. Microsoft Marketplace, AWS Marketplace, Google Cloud Marketplace. Why do partners care? Simplified procurement, marketplace commit alignment, faster enterprise buying. The partner opportunity is integration services, managed compliance operations, and platform-native tax attach. Marketplaces aren't just a listing. They're a distribution lever for compliance attach. So, what does all this mean commercially for partners? Here's where the opportunity is. ERP plus CRM embedded experiences, marketplaces and ISVs with transaction volume, AI-assisted onboarding and compliance automation. How partners win: faster implementations, higher attach rates, expanded services, and monetizing compliance. Increase the stickiness through embedded workflows. What looks lucrative? Implementation and migration during ERP and CRM modernization, compliance managed services, ongoing ops, reconciliation, and returns, embedded UX differentiation, agents and extensions that reduce churn and drive expansion. In other words, you're not selling tax, you're selling uptime, scale, and less chaos. Let's close with the big picture and what to do next. Connecting the stack is just the beginning. Tax compliance is becoming embedded, agent-driven, API native. Avalara is investing where partners build. The opportunity is simple. Build once, embed everywhere, monetize compliance. Build with Avalara. Pick your path: API, connector, agent. Start with one workflow, onboarding or exceptions. Scale through marketplaces and services. That's the promise of build once, monetize everywhere, made actionable. Thank you.